Hello, welcome. I'm Craig Vincent from the Sacramento Area Regional Theater Alliance. Today I am here with Mike and Connie at Sutter Street Theatre here in Folsom. And take a look at this beautiful setting that their theater is in, right out here on the street in historic downtown Folsom. Hi,
Hello.
how you doing?
Doing well.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, always.
I'm glad you're here.
We're in the business of bringing people in. So.
Well, good. Well, speaking of bringing in, let's take a look at your theater, shall we?
Sounds good.
Tell us a little bit about the theater.
Well, we're husband and wife now, but we've been in business for about 25 years, and
That's not business?
yeah. Anyway, as business partners, and somewhere along there we got married too. But we it'd be November 6, 2006, we opened. September 6, 2006, we met with the city of Folsom and the mayor, city manager, the CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, and everybody, and they wanted us to put a theater down here, and they wanted to know what it would take, and we said, what we want is one thing. We want to be able to sign a lease one day and open a show the next day if we had to. And so we signed a lease on September 6th. We opened our first show November 6, 2006. And we've been putting up 2 different productions a week really since then. So I don't know how much that adds up, but it's about 400 different productions.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we do musicals from In the Heights to Into the Woods. We do comedies, dramas, originals. We have the whole young people series, or our family series, which we do. Hopefully by the end of the year we'll be doing Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Wrinkle in Time, and what's the other one? Wind in the Willows. That are kind of left over that didn't get included last year that were supposed to be. And opening it with Berenstain Bears on stage.
And you do all that on a stage
Yep.
that is
Roughly 21 by 14.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And I started out as far as my career doing stuff for fantasy theater, and then theater and fall possibilities. So I'm used to putting stuff into small spaces and being able to turn it over really quick.
Well, that's great. Well, how about you take us on a little tour?
Sure.
Yeah.
Normally, if you had been here, there would be regular theater seats, which we removed to give us whatever flexibility we needed as things open, plus give us a chance to kind of rebuild everything. We've always, because I started out a visual artist, so there's always art on the walls too. We have a box office back there that we keep sodas and candy and whatnot back there. Up top there is our tech booth. We use a lot of color changing lights and things like that to help try to enhance spaces as much as we can. Occasionally we'll have a small curtain here, but we don't have enough space to do a real curtain. It's tough to do
We've done a
two-story.
real curtain before. Yeah,
Well,
it's
yeah.
from right behind the poles to the
But
center.
it's not a full curtain that you
Yeah.
pull and everything. But we've, like I said, we've done, the last several years we did In the Heights. We're going to be doing Into the Woods. This is a setup for one of our workshops, Rent, where the kids, and so the parents are coming in to see that. But we use our green room right now for a full band back there with a drum kit. You want to come on back here? Drum kit, 2 keyboards, electric guitar, and electric bass.
Watch your step.
Yeah, so it's tight. Everything's tight around here.
Oh, don't hit your head.
Yeah, you gotta watch your head. This is usually during the show. The keyboard and the band leader sits here. Normally this is just our changing room. Then there's another one. That's just some storage. And then we have another green room back here. It has a bunch of junk in it right now, obviously, because we're not up to what we're normally doing. And then we have a full rehearsal space, business office, where props and stuff like that are up there. And then we have another 1,800 square feet of warehouse space.
Wow.
All in the historic district. So we don't pack a lot of people per show in here, but we do a lot of shows.
Got it?
Yeah. it wouldn't be unusual for us to do 7 to 10 performances on a Thursday through Sunday night, and could be 2 different shows.
I see your theater has been well recognized by Sarta with the Ellie Awards program.
Actually, we have 3 of our. Well, Connie is artistic director, but also one of our artistic associates, and our costumer all have gotten Lifetime Achievement Awards. So we have 3 Lifetime Achievement Awards. I'm the only one that doesn't have
But
one.
we still have young people working with us, okay?
Yeah. And we're developing, because we're not that young, so we're developing a back staff now to keep going.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's fantastic. What kind of challenges have you faced during the last year with our pandemic, and how have you managed to survive and keep going? And
It's been very interesting. We did 45 performances up until the closure of when the pandemic hit. We had to cancel 207 performances in here, but we used across the street outside. There is a big patio area back there, and we performed Sweeney Todd,
Peter
Pan back there,
We did another one that we had written 20 years ago, Carcino Show.
the Carcino Show.
And then in our warehouse, we did Be More Chill.
wow.
And those were all workshop shows. So the kids that were in the workshops, they had to be able to deal with 110-degree weather. We had to, some
Not
days
to mention the audiences.
yeah, we had to some days just have to watch the smoke index to whether we could bring kids in or not.
Yeah.
And then with Being More Chill, it got really cold. So when the parents came to see the performances, we had to put heaters out in our warehouse. It's outside, just as in a parking lot. We kept going that, but we were very fortunate as far as survival, because survival was the key. The National Endowment of the Arts, we have a real strong relationship with them, and they gave us survival money, and then we got a real nice PPE, state comp fund. We were able to get a grant from them. We had one going with the TOT tax that we were able to finish off doing in an abridged kind of version, and we did. We had just several other ones, smaller ones too, and quite frankly, with Big Dog coming up, not to bring up, we did very well in Big Dog, which shocked us because we had received quite a bit of people just wrote us checks.
So for some of our viewers that may not know what Big Dog is,
And that's probably that's not even we're just around long enough. We call it Big Dog.
Yes.
It's actually Big Day of Giving.
Right.
Yeah. So that's May 6th, and so we're working hard at that. That's a fundraiser. We get some support from Intel to the employees of Intel. So anything we can do, we do. We probably, at least between us and our bookkeeper and some of our support staff, probably spend an average of 3 to 5 hours a day on grants. Whatever we can do with our bank. We've had our first PPP forgiven, and they've given us another one. So
It is, on the street, it's very expensive to rent this place.
yeah, we probably pay double what any of the other large theaters pay by the time we get.
just because of the historic district.
and the
and-
retail space and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
So we've been very lucky to still be here.
Well, so what are your upcoming shows? What's your plan for reopening, and what do we have to look forward to at the Sutter Street Theatre?
Right now, we're doing a performance of,
It's just workshops,
it's
so
a
it's family
workshop
and friends kind of
performance
thing.
for family and friends.
And then we hope in this next month to open a real small scale version of Berenstain Bears for the little kids.
Okay.
And then we've got ready booked Newsies, Into the Woods, which will be also done. We're going to split it between the theater and the amphitheater, so
There's
we're
an
going to do a big version.
amphitheater that seats
Yeah.
several hundred
We're
down the
getting-
street.
The historic district has
Outside.
been very supportive. We did actually the other place we did all our holiday shows right out in the street here, because the
Across the
street's
street.
closed on the weekends. So in the middle of the
Yeah.
street, and people could walk by. They could go buy a beer and kind of pass by and watch the show and stuff.
We
did a lot of stuff free for donations, and people were very generous with that too.
That's great.
We told the people who worked here before that we were going to do a show around the holidays, and it was going to be outside. And we had 44 in the cast. We, of course,
And so
could
we
not rehearse that way. We
Yeah.
rehearsed the little kids together, we rehearsed the teens together, we rehearsed the men together and the women together. Never put it together actually until we got in the space across the street.
and we had spread all the social distance all the way up and down the
Social
street.
distancing, masks. It was great. People loved it.
Well, it just goes to show you that no matter what happens, the arts will always survive.
Yeah, and we probably had a little bit over some of the big theaters because we always have to be innovative to do theater.
Very true,
Yeah,
very
it's
true.
small. We usually sit 60 people, but we have all the theater seats out and we have our temporary seating in, so we can do some social distancing for our workshop shows.
Yeah.
Right now, we're doing rent. So
Well, this is fantastic. What a gem to have in the city of Folsom. And you two are obviously very passionate about theater and about this space. And it's just wonderful what you've done, what you continue to do. And we can't wait to see what comes of this place in the very near future. Thank you so much for having us. Thanks for being a member of Sarta. And thanks for everything you do for community theater here in the Sacramento area.
We've been
and thank
members of-
Evans for Sarta.
Yeah.
We're so
Yeah,
glad
we've
you're
been
there.
members before we had a theater.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you on the stage very soon.
All right.
Thanks a lot for having us.
Thank you.
Bye. Don't trip.